rare,
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 Rare.
rare.
Do you know how rare that is?
Wow, sweet closet.
I've collected rare weapons from all over the world.
Is your foot okay?
If you like medium rare, medium rare, medium rare.
Stay back. Kaiju specimens are extremely rare, so look but don't touch, please.
Mr. Beckett, this is our research team.
She was a rare flower that grew in the dark, okay? A rare flower that never ever wore a bra.
The bullets were laced with curare, a rare and deadly poison. The killer's unique MO.
Where you been?
Well, I thought I'd give myself a rare morning in. Don't look at me like that. The club is opening, finally.
I don't know what to say.
I bet that's rare.
What you did for Alex was extremely brave and rare. I realize the price is great.
I did what I had to.
Sure of it. Look, the shop gets regular deliveries on Monday and Thursday. Rare books from the mainland. We know that's how he sourced his paper for the counterfeit bills.
Nope, we don't know that.
Stay with. I hid the bug in a rare book and I sold to him via third party. But don't ask me who, because I'll never tell. It was Kamakona.
Very rare form. When I was diagnosed, the specialist told me I was on borrowed time.
defend,
defend, defend, defend,
Defend.
That's a PhD. Do you want to defend the innocent, defend the innocent, defend the innocent, and secure justice for all?
Corners are easier to defend, to defend, to defend.
As a Marine, I swore an oath to defend the United States of America against enemies both foreign and domestic.
You got to do something about it.
Me? Look, I'm defending baseball.
It's time for you to step up and defend the Phillies.
No, whistle first. That way the pirates know we're aware of them and are ready to defend the ship.
The government of the United States has not deviated from its basic demand. The hostages must be free.
To defend human rights. It not only does not defend them, it violates them for all nations.
Reported unexplained American deaths, questionable battlefield tactics.
The leak has forced the White House to defend its Afghan strategy.
Leonard been practicing?
Been practicing for what?
County fairs tomorrow. You got yourself a title to defend.
Mitigate the charges. You really want to defend this guy, or are you just taking this personally because of the black and white leaves on your family tree?
Boy, it wasn't your job to defend her. That man was just protecting what was his.
I don't need you to defend me.
Murderers!
A little over a week ago, I thought perhaps a test of your ability to defend yourself was in order. It was.
Domestic,
domestic,
Domestic.
domestic, domestic.
Career in the living room of a domestic terrorist. Domestic terrorist. Domestic terrorist. Domestic terrorist. Nothing to do with race.
Don't you want to know why? Got me on a heavy domestic. 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 They took my badge.
A couple's dinner? You've become so domestic and so domestic and so domestic now that you're a lesbian.
Oh, hilarious.
You are going to remove the contents of that box.
300 racks, domestic.
The violence in the workplace correlates to domestic violence. Guy doesn't blow up a building without that anger spilling over at home.
What's that thing supposed to be?
Domestic bliss.
Looks like someone shot a tilt-a-whirl.
But I do have tons of experience, not just the elderflower thing. I did a PSA for domestic violence.
Dale, come on, it's time to go.
Oh, it's a domestic flight. Will you chill? We got a domestic on Boku Bad. That would be me. A woman who lives here, Sarah Fisher, was signed in at Treeview Hospital last night. Hospital made the domestic abuse call.
These domestic situations, it's not uncommon to get cold feet.
You? Brett Carlisle, domestic artist.
He buttled in a castle in Hampshire.
Catch up.
I'm seeing someone.
So am I.
Imported or domestic?
Import.
Aboard.
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 Good morning. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Why, thank you.
Well, it ain't much, but it's home. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
What's your name?
I'm Kate.
Welcome aboard, Kate. Welcome aboard, Kate. Welcome aboard, Kate. I'm Roger. Roger Linus.
Welcome aboard the USS Van Buren, ma'am. Sirs, I'm Petty Officer Smalls.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity. It's a real lifesaver.
Well, glad you could come aboard. That's right, Your Honor. And if I may say so, welcome aboard.
Well, thank you, Mr. Deerfield.
Here's your first case. Breaking and entering. Geneva will set you up with a cubicle. Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.
If we make this deal, if we actually come aboard, do you realize what you'll be getting? You're getting hope. You're getting support.
Manchester?
How'd you guess? You can head on board. Oh, one of these crates was delivered for you. I'll have it delivered to your berth.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Kevin.
Welcome aboard.
I thought this was going to be a mother-daughter trip as a way that we could bond so we could deepen our relationship.
I'll spring for gas and champagne.
Ha ha! Welcome aboard! Let's go!
Objective.
Objective. Objective. Objective.
Objective.
Maybe your rating is not so objective. Objective. Objective.
You know what? I better be on my way.
Castle may be right. Sarah was the objective. The objective. The objective.
I'm not concerned with his feelings. I'm concerned with the objective. Objective. Objective.
We seem to be pretty good at that.
The Phantom device can't mask a radio broadcast. Our mission objectives will be compromised.
What are our mission objectives?
To remain undetected, of course.
Oh, wow. He is hot. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't think I can be objective anymore. I'm rooting for that guy. I want him to win.
The game can only be won by pursuing seemingly opposing objectives.
Unnecessary noise to cover the thief's actual objective. Martial art commonly known as Zen archery. The objective is to achieve mushin, a state of mindless...
Castle, I'm sorry, but you can't be objective on this one, so I'm gonna have to pursue it on my own.
She's my mother, which is exactly why someone needs to take a close, objective look at her.
What do they want with you?
What all assassins want, to terminate their objective.
Oh, that's crazy.
Especially for you. Microfragments attracted to kinetic energy. Firestorm was tonight's main objective, but getting you, that's just gravy.
Mean punch.
Let's assume you were here to stop him. We still don't know his objective.
No.
Throughout.
Throughout. Throughout. Throughout.
Throughout.
This happened. And not just the cover. No. 15 times throughout the book. Throughout the book. Throughout the book.
No, it's the ship. It's the spaceship. It goes everywhere. It goes all throughout space. All throughout space. All throughout space.
We can steal glances throughout the evening, throughout the evening, throughout the evening.
But it's important to remember this. This is a pattern that repeats itself throughout history.
Oh, I'm a man of wealth. A self-made man. Throughout the world, 3/4 of everything that is written with a gillette pen nib. One of my nibs.
Ronan is destroying Xandarian outposts throughout the galaxy.
Ever seen. It swept throughout the village, killing everyone that it infected.
A pill to rise, a pill to sleep, a pill to numb her throughout the day.
There are lethal patches of toxicity throughout this area.
that can help us in combating the spread of Islamic radicalism throughout the continent.
Humane.
Humane.
Humane. Humane.
Humane.
Keep a person alive, even when letting them die would be more humane. Humane. Humane.
So we jettisoned her emotion nodules a few ticks back. Seemed the humane thing to do.
This is ridiculous. A robot caretaker is just as humane as a human caretaker. It's just...
I'm gonna put him down, and that's the most humane thing to do for him. Yeah.
Noble tribunes, it is the humane way.
I'll wager his source is a humane act.
An empire is not made on humane acts, sir.
But Yemen is definitely not known for its humane treatment of foreign prisoners.
That's the exact same dance you did when the Humane Society sent you free puppy address labels.
The door. It's the only humane thing to do.
Hey, man.
No, we have a slightly more humane delivery system, but we do have to open you up. It is surgery. What humane, really?
Lucky you.
Lucky me.
Ancient.
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 Waterfall, and the air was so fresh you could taste it. This was an ancient altar. Ancient altar. Ancient altar. That's a statue of Cain.
She just dropped in on me. Started speaking this bizarre language.
It's not bizarre. It's the divine language, the ancient language. Ancient language. Ancient language.
Okay.
Spoken throughout the universe before time was time.
Ninjas.
What the fuck is a ninja?
It's an ancient Japanese warrior, cloaked in black, often with mystical powers. That's pretty serious, Walt.
Wait a minute. Why would an ancient Japanese warrior destroy a fucking pharmacy sign in fucking Woodbury?
It was like an ancient legend. Something from a book of fairy tales.
I think you have a gimmick. I think you play up the whole ancient Chinese wisdom thing to deflect from your lack of ability.
Pollen, propolis, and honey have been known for their healing properties since ancient Greece.
How does an art lover become an FBI agent?
Long story.
I spend my life studying ancient texts. I don't mind long stories.
This be about you and me, okay? We don't need to talk about work.
All right.
There's a hidden image on each page. Looks like it's from some ancient language.
Trace the images.
What the secretary had found was an ancient book. The Book of Law. You may know it as the Old Testament. And it was with that ancient book, not with the gold, that Josiah rebuilt the temple.
Hey, why so glum, chum? Oh, is it because your ancient mother is getting more action than you are?
Betray.
Betray.
Betray. Betray.
Betray.
I betrayed a man. I betrayed a man. I betrayed a man. A good man. An innocent man. A thief.
You may have betrayed me. But you will never betray my words.
She threatened to kill him. I felt betrayed. Don't you see?
You tell 100 lies a day, it sounds like the truth. Everyone betrays everyone.
At first, I couldn't believe you would betray me like that.
Gentleman, he would never betray us.
Besides, no one's ever heard him say anything else.
What possesses you to betray Lorenzo? To betray us all?
We betray our cause, Captain. And your cause betrays Florence.
They rejected you, and you feel betrayed.
You betrayed me, Oliver. I died so that you could live, and you threw that gift away.
I can't betray myself. What would I be then?
You'd be a politician, and that's what you are.
Bath.
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 You know your photographs.
Need another drink?
Need a bath.
Sydney. Bath, bath, bath.
Really, I can turn a spigot.
No hot water. Need to boil.
No. No. Sorry, buddy. Go upstairs, take a bath. Take a bath. Take a bath. Found him!
You had a bath? Bath?
Yeah.
Massage. Bath.
Who is responsible for you? Did you take a fizzy bath bomb, you son of a bitch?
No, I just mean she can't come to the door. She's taking a bath. She's taking a bath. She's taking a bath.
Oh.
What's going on?
I'm giving her a bath.
My bath is ruined. My bath is ruined. My bath is ruined.
The other half's under the bath.
Never mind. Thank you.
What is it? I took a bath this morning. I took a bath this morning. I took a bath this morning, I swear.
No, you smell wonderful.
File.
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 What do you have for file? For file. For file.
Let's see if we can get her over to Capitol. So I stole all the files. I stole all the Katie files. I just grabbed them and I put them under my arm and I just snuck out.
Let me see that kid's file. Kid's file. Kid's file.
Did you file a report when your flying robots were stolen?
No! I thought they were all destroyed.
Eleanor, on it, will you tell? Eleanor, I'll replace it today. Please don't write it down in my file.
Science. Monsieur Al-Zahrani.
Yeah, I pulled his file. Makes dismal reading.
I've been going through your file.
It's all in my file.
There are 15 years of clinic visits in this file.
I don't want to be a bother.
You sure you want in on this?
Yeah, let's see the file.
Okay.
That one goes on the top pile.
Yo, hey.
Hey, I'm glad you're back. I've been going over Snart's file.
Thanks. Hey, yeah, I need to talk to you.
This guy definitely belongs in that file.
It's gonna be a pretty big file.
Desirable. Desirable.
Desirable.
Desirable.
Desirable.
Desirable woman in Florence is a subject.
She was never my subject. She certainly has a symmetry and low body fat that Western culture deems desirable. Desirable. Desirable.
Am I that undesirable?
No, you're very desirable. You're very desirable. You're very desirable. In a big way.
Oh, yes, he's gonna come up and bite you because your leg looks so desirable with those...
Kat was the firstborn daughter after all. It was important that she remained desirable so father could arrange a good match for her.
They find their mate more desirable when he's being courted by another female. Her missing you is an emotional state you find desirable. Why Leonard is such an attractive and desirable boyfriend? Well, I was too busy squishing all the desirable parts of her body.
He did you a favor.
He made me look weak.
He made you look desirable.
You are pristine to him. He asked me if I found you desirable, but I find everyone desirable.
Right, what happened? June was crushing it, but I still hadn't seen a desirable unit until...
My grandson is the pride of High Garden, the most desirable bachelor in all 7 kingdoms.
So today you'll see me not as your naked and desirable wife.
Branch. Branch.
Branch. Branch.
Branch.
Who's this guy?
That's accounts processing. That's the me of this branch. Branch. Come on.
Tell me what to do. What do I do?
You need to cut the branch.
Cut the branch. Cut the branch. Cut the branch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't grab that branch if I were you.
I'm from the candy tree departments. I know.
It's a double strike.
Okay, what are the 3 branches of government?
3 branches? All right, 3 branches. I got this. Don't tell me.
The trees, I love them. I love trees. The branches and the leaves, and it's just...
Ask them about wire transfers from these 3 branches in the Middle East.
The Champagne. The Florida branch is officially a go.
Terrific. So when do we get our branch manager?
These branches here, they're all broken. Right there.
Sorry?
Semiotics, the study of signs and symbols, is a branch of philosophy related to linguistics.
It's a good thing you left the branch still in place. You would have lost a lot more blood otherwise.
The executive branch.
Vice President.
Romantic.
Romantic. Romantic.
Romantic.
Romantic.
He is. But he's also very romantic. But he's also very romantic. But he's also very romantic.
We could go swimming.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So romantic. So romantic. So romantic.
The pool's heated. I don't see why not. Go.
You waiting to fall in love?
No.
Good. Romantic love will be the last illusion of the old order.
I'm not some hopeless romantic. You know, I've never allowed myself to be that way.
Consciousness. Reread the laws of man. They call it widow inheritance.
Now that's fucking romantic.
In the one.
Oh, come on. I'm a romantic myself. Hell, I have a heart the size of the head of a baby.
A romantic isolation requires the appropriate light.
Every culture has its romantic hero, eh? Japan has its samurai.
It's called being romantic.
Boys just don't get it.
Oh, right. I'm talking to 2 girls who probably loved The Notebook.
I think it's romantic.
I don't. How can a valet do his work if he's lame?
He's not very lame.
I have very little to say, only that I never had any romantic involvement with Claire Underwood.
Lamb.
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 What have we here? It smells delicious.
Mommy made lamb chops. Lamb chops. Lamb chops.
And do I smell?
The spotlight I avoided at all costs, and yet I offered to stride up to it like a sacrificial lamb. A sacrificial lamb. A sacrificial lamb.
Torture the boy.
Have you ever slaughtered a lamb, my king?
No.
If the lamb sees the knife, if the lamb sees the knife, if the lamb sees the knife, she panics.
But you could, and you did, didn't you?
Yes. I took one lamb and I ran away as fast as I could.
Keep in the road. Let's go.
That was pretty sick, man.
You eat lamb chops. It's the same thing. We don't have time for this. Come on, let's move it.
Yeah. What a colorful neighborhood. I just saw 2 hobos fighting over a rack of lamb.
There's no other way.
If we go south to the land of the Lazarene, the lamb man will kill us and take your dragons.
A leg. I found a leg.
Of lamb?
A human leg, you idiot.
Come again?
Aunt Deb? Oh, Miss Mary and her little lamb. Oh, honey.
She was young and beautiful. Jacob fell in love with her while she was watering a lamb, and
the one that I always wanted to write. They all live in here now in kind of an alternate reality. Alternate reality. Alternate reality.
You made them miserable.
Or is time plastic? Is it mutable, whereby any changes to the continuum could create an alternate timeline? An alternate timeline. An alternate timeline.
It was an alternate timeline. An alternate timeline. An alternate timeline. One that Barry reset. But I never forgot it.
I'm thinking of calling it Sophie, My Love, the Burn Victim.
Or the alternate title, Sophie, My Love, the Full-On Bitch.
I started this dialogue with some big shot theoretical physicist online, and I'm like, do the rules of quantum mechanics allow for alternate histories? And he just blasted me.
Go ahead.
Mr. Breslin, after ending extraordinary rendition, the agency is looking for alternate situations for incarcerating the sort of people who commit acts so despicable they are best well.
Now, we have a nation that is growing increasingly hungry for alternate energy.
It's other than possession.
Of course I will.
Well, grace us with your alternate theories, then.
What if she, wants to go skinny dipping?
In what alternate Mexican universe do drug dealers suggest skinny dipping?
People are into weird shit.
Leaving aside engineering, bringing some kind of alternate power source.
That quote. You see, writers, we're really good at altering reality to fit the narrative.
Get that pen.
That friggin' lawyer gave it to him. He was trying to encourage Fossey to come up with some alternate demands.
Yeah, the serial number led us to a distributor named Alternate Intelligence in Queens.
Do they know who bought it?
Literal sense.
Castle, no, please. If this is some alternate universe theory, I'm not in the mood.
Really? Alternate universe. That's how little you think of me.
Anything. Anything.
Anything.
Anything.
Anything.
I want you to be at this lunch. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just listen and look serious.
I can do that.
They want to help. I'm just saying, if you need anything, day or night, give me a call.
Did you depose Childs?
Peter, I can't. I'm under a gag order. I can't say anything. I can't say anything. I can't say anything.
Look, Amber Madison is yesterday's news. Thank you. She'd say anything to sell a book. It doesn't warrant a comment.
They received our appeal, and he wanted to know when he could expect an addendum.
And you never said anything about an addendum.
No. When I turned it in Friday night, no, I didn't say anything.
But
I'm a 25-year-old computer programmer. I've never sought the spotlight. I don't want anything but to do my job. I'm not a public figure, and,
This doesn't prove anything.
Of course, it doesn't prove anything. And yet, show that to a jury.
Does he lie? I'm not going to do an interview.
I know. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying you might get a call.
I'm going now.
No.
In-laws. So, you told the officer you didn't touch anything in the store, and you're just looking for a squirt gun for your son.
yeah, what are you finding out?
You're being investigated.
Thanks, Kalinda. Anything else?
Did you find anything suspicious with regards to which judges decided favorably for Mr. Gardner?
yeah.
Achievement.
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 Clean shafts of concrete and snowy rooftops. The work of men who died generations ago. From here, it looks like an achievement. Achievement. Achievement.
We thought better training would do the trick, so we worked side by side building the training hall. My finest achievement, finest achievement, finest achievement.
Scientifically, it's an incredible achievement. Achievement.
There's this question on the application. Evaluate a significant experience, achievement, or ethical dilemma you faced.
Personal attacks instead of public achievement. Negative campaigning instead of positive creation.
No, working for Novus is more than a job. It's an achievement. It's a new beginning.
You know, there are those who say that the coining of that phrase is Washington's greatest achievement. Here, wake that up.
Moved to the Highlands to see out his remaining years. Admiral McCutcheon was a great man, Hume. This was his crowning achievement.
Technology. He's right. This is an important achievement for two reasons. Number one, and of course number two.
Remarkably high-achieving family who have all chosen high-achieving partners. He probably feels that it's doubtful that his mother will be overly impressed with his dating a woman whose most significant achievement is memorizing the Cheesecake Factory menu.
But the Chinese team found the element.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have. My calculations were wrong. The greatest scientific achievement of my life is based on a blunder. Like, I'm not a genius. I'm a fraud.
Rely.
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 We don't have that kind of money.
Did we invent money?
We rely on private donors, rely on private donors, rely on private donors.
Yeah, right.
See, we Medicis have no historic name like the Patseys. We must rely on our wits.
Regular thing, I can assure you.
I am sure you're a decent enough mechanic, but I need guys I can rely on.
So, we rely, therefore, on your complete discretion.
Well, so the Jords say.
Yeah, you're right. We can't rely on this or the Jords. We've got to evaluate them face to face.
And now we're trapped here on this rock, on this island, with no one to rely on but each other. And now you're acting like what?
Oh, you may rely on it, my dear and only boy.
Tilting events in your favor or against it is ridiculous. Idiots rely on luck.
I'm certain we'll work well together. I'm told you rely heavily on consultants.
All that you rely on.
Campaign season. I may need some men I can rely on.
I rely on you. I thought that you were someone who could be a true partner. That you were someone that I could rely on in my mission and in my life.
Incident. Incident.
Incident. Incident.
Incident.
Yeah, bad history. They went through the academy together, and there was an incident.
What kind of incident?
Yeah, but we don't have any jurisdiction here, Castle. If the NYPD tries to open up a British diplomatic patch, we could risk an international incident. An international incident.
Dr. Wells.
I guess you heard about Barry's incident last night. If you're looking for him, I think he's at the station.
So?
So, I went over all the incident reports involving Jerry Tyson during his 4 years at Sing Sing.
You know, my personal feelings aside, I still have to investigate this incident.
Detective!
It's a private party. Yeah, well, there was an incident at Adam Hunt's building tonight. You know anything about that?
Yeah, we're having pizza. I'm sorry, I had a little incident in the kitchen. I guess that's what happens when you haven't used an oven in 6 years.
MD, you know her?
Yeah, I know her. Why?
There was an incident at a local coffee shop. She was there.
Doctor, there's been another incident.
Excuse me.
What is that?
Oh, the inciting incident of this chapter. An ogre attack.
Incident report from that T-bone last shift.
Instruction.
Instruction.
Instruction. Instruction.
Instruction.
Your instructions said I can lie. Do you lie?
Oh, all the time. She will remain that way as long as you follow my instructions. Follow my instructions. Follow my instructions. I'm watching you. Always. Get rid of your phone.
He made peace with it.
He hid $150,000 and gave me instructions to give it to her.
It wasn't me that killed him. It was the triad.
Acting on whose instructions?
Save it twice. We're in the tux. I'll await further instructions, sir.
Well, it's a good thing you don't care about your doctor's instructions then, since you're still going out in the field.
The cure. I believe you think you do. And you've seen our instructions. From the President, the Secretary of the Navy. I've seen them.
Stations. Await further instructions.
How much of this must I endure?
I don't need instructions.
Be sure of your target and what's beyond it.
Damn it, Zoe. A very simple instructions, and you blew it. You had to test us, didn't you?
Heard from Son, Miller, and the girl. No match.
I think we have to assume the worst and operate as if whoever drew up these instructions are still right here on the ground on Oahu.
Yeah.
I want $1.6 million. I'll call back in 30 minutes with more instructions. You call the police, she dies.
Angry. Angry.
Angry.
Angry. Angry.
Yes. When I was angry, a week after everything happened.
But you're not angry now.
No.
Am I angry? Am I angry? Am I angry?
Yes.
But wasn't this an accident, ma'am? Answer.
No, an accident is unintentional. What your client did to me was intentional.
You sound angry, ma'am.
How do you know?
Someone videotaped you.
Who?
Are you angry at Dad?
No.
He's a French-Canadian contortionist. He gets very angry when I laugh at him.
But I need you in these depositions.
What is it?
Internet suit just dropped into our lap, suing the search engine Chum Hum. They don't want to go to court, so we're trying to scare them into settlement. Just look angry and intense.
I can do that.
Is she angry?
I don't know.
What expression do you see?
Expression?
What emotion do you think this person is feeling right now?
I don't know. Angry?
No, surprise.
I'm not angry at her. Why should you be?
I had to talk to you somehow.
Another piece of fiction. Much like the yarn you spun about not having the FBI's art manifest.
You have a right to be angry. I lied to you.
Infinite.
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 Over and over again. It's playing like an infinite loop on the web.
We're taking the world and enslaved human bodies as sources of infinite electrical power.
Oh. May the light embrace you with its energy infinite. Energy infinite. Energy infinite.
Right, actually, black's too weak a word. It's more like infinite darkness. Infinite darkness. Infinite darkness. And we see ourselves reflected in that darkness. We see our true vescent nature.
In infinite universes, there is not one in which I let her walk.
It's a doorway to the infinite.
He was host to an infinite collection of mutated versions of the virus.
We beseech thee of thy infinite goodness, and ask you humbly to carry the spirit of our beloved friend safely to thy kingdom.
It's being something expanding into an infinite nothing, which is actually something.
And you will create a portal connecting this time to infinite times.
Go east.
The infinite forest.
We could get lost for days.
Earthquake.
Earthquake. Earthquake. Earthquake.
Earthquake.
It's an earthquake! It's an earthquake! It's an earthquake!
Go, get us out of here!
At the end of the world. Let's not make a big deal out of it.
Earthquake! Terremoto! Vamos! Yay!
How?
There's a device.
What device?
He says that it can cause an earthquake. Earthquake. Earthquake.
I can't believe we have to do this.
Come on, after the earthquake, it might be nice to be around similarly dressed people.
That makes no... The earthquake. Okay, yes.
I'm just messing with you. Oh, in case of fire, go low and get out. In case of earthquake.
Wait, you think there could be an earthquake? Last time we had one, that big cabinet fell on me.
No, it didn't.
Did?
Just look at that meaty paw of yours. It's like an earthquake to them.
Comes with a pink velvet interior and drapes. Plus, it's hand engraved, so in case of a flood or earthquake, they'll at least be able to know which one is hers.
When he was 10, his parents died in the big earthquake in Venezuela. My parents adopted him and brought him to the States.
Handle himself. Did he lose his hand overseas?
No, in the earthquake. It says here he and his wife were trying to make it across the 52nd Street Bridge.
That one was different. That was more like an earthquake.
Our earthquake supplies. We have a 2-man, 2-day kit. So, if there is an earthquake and the 3 of us are trapped here, we could be out of food by tomorrow afternoon.
Underdog.
He's a handsome man.
He's also one of the world's foremost trauma counselors. If there was an earthquake, a plane crash, any kind of catastrophe, he swoops in and helps.
Optimism. Optimism. Optimism.
Optimism.
Optimism.
in a fit of irrational optimism. Optimism. Optimism.
Inoperable optimism. 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 Cosper's legal?
I see the optimism returning. Optimism returning. Optimism returning.
Pretty good about my chances. See that? Optimism. Optimism. Optimism.
Your optimism.
Now, have optimism, brethren.
It would be a cause for great optimism.
I admire your optimism.
Guess optimism runs in the family.
It's called optimism, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Jesus.
Your optimism is always inspiring.